Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX as part of Ham Radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Bill, AJ8B. As of this Saturday, there will be 109 days until Christmas. Can you believe it? Time is flying, so we better get started. Each week, I try to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. Here's what you should find QRV when you tune the bands. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. So let's start with a 3 Yankee 0 Kilo update regarding plans to activate Bouvet. LA7 GIA, Ken, has paid a $400,000 deposit for the vessel that will transport the 3Y0K team to Bouvet Island next February. This weekend, the team will gather in Oslo, Norway to pack their shipping container, which is then scheduled to be shipped in 1 month. The team has organized their plan and prepared equipment to be transported onshore by helicopter using a staged approach. And you can visit the 3Y0K website for more information. This is a huge undertaking, and I can't wait for them to pull it off, which I know they will, and then I can't wait to get them in the log is an all-time new one. I think this is exciting information. Iraq's Communications and Media Commission has issued the call YI9WPZ, which has been authorized by the Iraqi Amateur Radio Society, to Antonio IZ5WPZ. That call sign is good through the end of November. So if you hear Yankee India 9 Whiskey Papa Zulu on the air, it's legit, and you really should try to get them in the log. Dave, G4OSY, is QRV from Bermuda as VP9 stroke G4OSY until September 14th. Operations are taking place on sideband CW across 160 through 6 meters using 100 watts from an FT920 transceiver. The antenna setup includes a Cushcraft A4, dipoles for 160, 80, 40, and Work 79, as well as a 5-element Yagi for 6 meters. QSL requests should be directed to G4OSY. Janus SP9FIH, operating as VK2 stroke SP9FIH from Lord Howe Island through September 13th, encountered unexpected challenges at the outset of his activities. He planned to begin operations on August 27th, but unforeseen circumstances at his location delayed the start until August 28th. The only available site for antenna installation was adjacent to a substantial aging steel mast with steel guy wires and 2 large steel dishes, which interfered with the antennas, causing detuning and degraded SWR performance. Additionally, several nearby trees further complicated the setup process. Janus devoted much time to carefully adjusting the antennas to accommodate these constraints. More recently, he has lost the use of his ICOM IC7300, so he is now only on FT8. Again, I've mentioned this before, but between insects and bugs and walruses and seals and penguins and all the challenges these guys have, he's run into really a good operating spot that just happens to have steel all over it, so he's in a bind. So it's really an endeavor when these guys go out to these places. The Ohio Penn DX Bulletin reports that Alpha 35 Juliet Kilo, operated by Masa JK1JXZ, is now QRV from Tonga A35. The town he is in is the capital and the largest town on Tonga. So far, Masa has been heard on 17, 15, and 12 meter FT8. One mention is he will be there until September 12th. Another is that the length of his stay is unknown. He may also be trying 20 meters. QSL to his home QTH in Japan of JK1JXZ. Brandon, ZS6LZ, will undertake what he calls a 6-day, quote, micro-D expedition, end quote, across Lesotho's Malati Drakensberg Mountains starting September 17th. He will activate 10 summits above 3,000 meters, including Thebana Nyana, covering about 100 kilometers on foot with nearly 5,000 meters of elevation gain. He will be on sideband and FT8 with support from 2 porters, a logistics team, and a safety monitoring group via Garmin InReach. Brandon will be active as Zulu Papa 8 Lima Zulu from 6 summits in Lesotho, only 3 of which have ever been activated previously. Per 425 DX News, 30 special call signs will be on the air September 1st to 28th to mark 85 years since the Battle of Britain. In particular, it is named Polish Wings in the Battle of Britain, highlighting the role of the Polish Air Force squadrons that flew alongside the United Kingdom's Royal Air Force. This event is being organized by UK-based Polish clubs M0SQC and M0KKN and the Polish Amateur Radio Union PZK. More information of this is on their website, and certificates and EQSLs are available as well. The current T30 Tango 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 operation is QRV from Western Kiribati by the Rebel DX group. They are in their last 13 days. They will be emphasizing 40 and 30 meter CW and sideband soon. They have been incredibly active, incredibly successful, and I can't wait to see their QSO count because they've done a whale of a job. Torsten DL4 APJ and Udo DL2 AQI will be operating in the Alan Islands holiday style from September 15th to the 26th. Their call signs were not yet mentioned. They will be on RIDI, PSK, FT4, FT8, CW, and sideband on 80 through 10 meters, as well as 144, 430, and 1200 megahertz. And you can QSL via DL4 APJ via the Bureau, Direct, EQSL, LOTW, Club Log, QRZ, or HRD Log. The 3 Charlie 3 Whiskey team from Equatorial Guinea reports, quote, they are in a hotel in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, close to the ocean, and operating as 3 Charlie 3 Whiskey. They installed a vertical for 3 bands and end-fed half-wave antennas. However, there is not enough space for low-band antennas anywhere nearby. Also, it turns out that there are irregular flights to Annobon, 3 Charlie 0 Whiskey, not only a ferry service, as information initially suggested. The plan is to operate as 3 Charlie 3 Whiskey until Friday, and then to fly to Annobon on Saturday, September 6th. So about the time you're listening to this, you're going to want to see if they're still on the air or if they've moved to Annobon. Fingers crossed that their flights will not get canceled. The DX Mentor will feature a show on propagation on the YouTube channel with propagation experts W3LPL and W3UR, as well as W8GEX. Also, you can still listen to the popular interview with ARRL CEO Dave Minster, NA2AA. If you're interested in DX podcast and YouTube channels, you should check out the DX Mentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of the DX activities. Until next week, this is Bill saying 7-3, and thanks to my ex-wife Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.